On August 4th, 2014, my oldest daughter was suddenly diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Needless to say, it's been quite a journey, and now, 6 years later, I am happy to have the pearls of wisdom to share with you some of the guidelines that secured my daughter and family a platform to thrive in despite the initial shock and disappointment that a chronic autoimmune disease can bring to a family. It's important to trust that a new rhythm will unfold as you, through your own trials and errors, discover what works best for you. Welcome. My name is Kimberly. Thank you for watching. Today, I will be sharing with you some of my family's most important guidelines that we found helpful when our daughter was initially diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So come follow me. Let's have a seat. Let's chat. Thank you for letting me inspire you. This is my treasure, my book that I lived with when my daughter was first diagnosed with type 1. In this book, I'm going to share with you some of the very important things that help my family and I find our balance and find our new normal. So let's get started. You're going to have to accept that things will be out of control for a while. Remember when you had your baby and you had a newborn and there wasn't any schedule and the dishes were piled up and you felt tired, you felt irritable? It's very similar. In the very beginning, don't sweat the small stuff. Take it easy. Accept that things will feel this way for a while. And I promise it won't be like this forever. Very important, ask for help. Right now, you're going to need a lot of support. You're dealing with shock, you're dealing with overwhelm, and it's essential to take care of yourself, to ask for the help that you need. My husband and I thought that it was harder on us than it was our child, and I think parents need to know that. But often the child's fine. It's the parents that suffer, sometimes even more. The more you can find your balance and the support that you need, particularly in the beginning, the better off your family will be and your child will be. Naps are important. Again, asking for help. One recommendation that we wish we would have done was to call our insurance company and see if there was a nurse that could maybe one night a week or 2 nights a week kind of be on night duty to watch your child, to monitor their blood sugar so that you could sleep peacefully knowing that your child was safe. If that is impossible, there's most likely a family member or maybe a friend that's more than happy to have night duty, kind of like when you had a baby again. Reach out, ask. People want to know how they can help, and it's vital that you have peace of mind and that you get the sleep you need. You need to think clearly. You need to respond effectively. Sleep is important. It's okay to take some time off from work. Diabetes never takes a break. There's no pause button, and it might be important, maybe even life-saving in some cases, to take off from work. It's okay. You can give yourself permission. People want to help. This is easy enough to do. Take a multivitamin. The stress, you need a multivitamin if you're not already taking one. And don't forget to drink water. Stay hydrated. It makes a big difference. Remember, it's normal to feel a little crazy and insane. So, basic 101. Stop, breathe. As a matter of fact, let's breathe right now. I remember getting into my car and I'd make myself stop as almost ritualistic and take 3 breaths. When I felt overwhelmed, I'd walk a little slower. It's okay. Things can wait. Get familiar, and this will happen organically, getting familiar with some of the type 1 language. Humalog, Lantus, A1C. Trust me, within 2 days or less, you'll know what these are. If anything, you'll be an expert. This book, what does it have in here? It's all the foods that our family ate and that my daughter loved to eat. What did I do? I wrote down everything with their carbohydrate content. Essential, important, life-saving. You must know how many carbohydrates are in a cup of milk. You're gonna have to know how many carbohydrates are in a cup of pasta. Write everything down, take your time. I organized it so in the mornings, if I didn't remember it, I just could go to my book, there it is. And let's take it one step further. Your child probably is going to be taking their lunch to school. So what I did is I had little sticky notes, and on every sandwich I wrote down 30 grams. That's the carbs that were in her sandwich. Or if she had a granola bar, I'd write down 15 grams, whatever it was. I broke them up and then I totaled them. So when she was in school or anyone that was there was no question as to how many carbohydrates that she would be ingesting at any given time when she was out of my care. If your child is younger, I would recommend that through your 504 plan with your school, that you get something that's called See It or a Parrot. What this person can do is to give you peace of mind by discreetly staying in the classroom, making sure that there isn't any unfortunate lows, blood sugar lows that happen. They can help your child without disrupting their learning process, giving them glucose tabs, and also at lunch. They'll be there, again, on the outside to make sure that they are in fact getting the insulin they need and finishing their lunch. We all have busy schedules, and you run out the door and what? You're gonna forget something. I highly recommend that you keep in your car as backup extra glucose tabs and sports gels. In addition to that, they're helpful, as you know, to treat a low. You really should have on hand any extra medical supplies, even a pen or syringe in case something goes wrong with your pump, to have it in your car in case of an emergency or in case you forget. Make sure your child is wearing their medical ID bracelet. It has to become a routine, just like brushing your teeth. In the mornings, it's important that they put that on because they will be out of your care. Lawrence Hope is our favorite brand. They have sturdy and beautiful bracelets and accessories for both men, women, and children. We have some medical ID bracelets that are for sports, that are more for going out, dressing up. They're beautiful, they last, and I can't say enough. Go check them out, lawrencehope.com. This is an obvious statement, but in the very beginning, you must find a doctor that you feel comfortable with and that you trust. I called my doctor the first probably week, 5 times a day. You need to be able to call your doctor or the nurse to be able to ask questions. They expect this. Find someone that you do not hesitate to call that can hold your hand and walk you through any fears that you might have. You can find some of this information on the internet if a family member or a nanny or a babysitter doesn't already take a class. We never hire anybody that does not know how to administer a glucagon pen. What is that? It's kind of like an EpiPen. If your child out of your sight or even with you, you don't know how to administer it, learn how to administer a glucagon pen, because it's life-saving. If your child goes unconscious, you need to know how to revive your child. You need to know how to administer it. There's also something new on the market. It's called Baqsimi. It's easier. You don't need a needle. It's like a nasal spray. It goes right into the nose. So simple. Learn about it. When we're dealing with diabetes, everyone can feel burnout. We know, right? Feeling burnout, feeling irritable, feeling angry. Please keep this in mind. When your child's blood sugar is high, like high being like over 200, they can't help it. They can't help it when they're angry. They can't help it when they have a tantrum. Don't take the pushback personally. Like a child that has a tantrum, stay calm and breathe. Help them manage their blood sugar as best you can, but don't retaliate. If their blood sugar is high, they're going to act out, they're going to seem angry. It's normal. Don't take it personally. There's a lot of information out there. Know what the signs are. High blood sugar, low blood sugar. Be able to detect it by signs and symptoms. Most of the time, your child will know, but also body awareness can change. So know what the signs are. What does low blood sugar look like? What does high blood sugar look like? Also true for anybody who's regularly around your child. It's very easy to neglect and get angry at your spouse. Literally, almost every family, we have conversations about this. There's support groups around this. My best advice is be kind. Know what your strengths are. Mine is more the social emotional and the communication with Sophia. My husband, on the other hand, loves the technology. His brain is like a computer. He can, figure out the blood sugar really quickly. So we work well. We help each other. You can get angry at each other. Let it go. It's going to happen. Learn what your strengths are. Also, this comes up a lot with a lot of the support groups that I ran. It seems like there's one parent that usually does what I call the night shifts. And usually it's the parent that's not working. As an aside, and sorry if I'm offending someone, that's not what this is, but even if you're not working, you still need to sleep. It's okay for someone to take turns getting up. If that beeper goes off or in the 3-hour time slot, your time to get up, it's okay to take turns. One person sleeps, one person checks the blood sugar. It's vitally important. Otherwise, once you get so sleep deprived, it takes far longer to return to normal. It's okay. Share the load. Don't forget, there's amazing support groups out there. Probably your endocrinologist has a lot of suggestions. One of my favorites is Naomi Berry, which is here in New York City, and the more national one is JDRF. Usually every community has a JDRF affiliation. And also, as an aside, not only do they have support groups, they often have access to seasoned type 1 teens that are excellent babysitters when you and your husband need to go out. It's not fair. You can't stay home all the time. It's okay. At some point, go out, have dinner. Hire a type 1 diabetic teen that knows how to help. Recently on the market, there's an amazing app. It's called DMP. It's a new app that links people that have type 1 of all ages. So it's a great way through your phone to stay connected and ask questions. Maybe you're not comfortable asking your doctor or asking your parents. You can ask a friend, someone that knows. DMP links people all around the world, socially, emotionally, that you can ask questions with that know, because they also have type 1 diabetes. So in closing, I just wanted to add to be kind to yourself. I know it's a message that I've been saying, but it is really important to be kind to yourself, the more you can do so, the more your entire family will thrive. My husband and I felt that in the beginning that it was harder on us than it was our child. Children are strong, they thrive, and they will adapt. Life does go on, and you will find your normal. So in the beginning, it's essential to take care of yourself. The more you can do that, the better off you will be and your entire family dynamic. Remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together, especially until there's a cure for type 1. Thank you for watching this today. Please feel free to leave your own comments. There's a lot of you out there that I'm sure have wonderful things to add to this video. Please comment, please share this video, and most importantly, like this video and subscribe to Universally Read.